Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, Mindful Monday. Hello, hello, hello. We still have about a minute. I hope you're joining me right now, getting ready for Mindful Monday. So let me check the Facebook, make sure I actually did it live in this right place to be. Hello, hello, everyone. Let me see. Yes, I see myself. I'm happy. Okay, good. I see myself. How's everyone doing? If you can share with me where you're coming from, or where you coming from, where are you from, and whether it's morning or afternoon or evening. But anyway, good morning from my side. In Toronto, we have a huge snowstorm. Well, storm. I hope it's not a huge storm, but we definitely have a snowstorm this morning, and it's beautiful outside before the whole shopping of snow. But it is beautiful outside because we need to start thinking positively, right? And today I am about to talk about something that I'm super excited. So let's see who is joining me. Hi, Brian. Hi, Kauai. Oh, Kauai, you're from Hong Kong. Kauai, how are you? Hi, Monica. Hi, Elaine. Checking in from Washington. Elaine, you have been with me every single Monday. I think I see you all the time. Hello, hello, Okay, Fort Myers, Florida is a lot warmer than Toronto right now, isn't it? Hello, hi, Sarah. Hi, Jamie. Hi, from Minnesota right there. I think Minnesota is very similar weather to Toronto. That's what I'm guessing right now. Washington should be very similar. There is Dean from Malaysia. There is Donette. Donette is always on. I start to recognize the name right now. Yolanda is always on. Welcome, welcome, everyone. So it's 11:01. Let me start by introducing myself. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, my name is Sosan Hau. I am a dietitian, certified diabetes educator, as well as sales director of training. Welcome to Mindful Monday. Can you believe it? I am literally on the 7th week of Mindful Monday. Almost 2 whole months of you listening to me every single Monday. I hope you're missing me when this Mindful Monday is about to end. But anyways, today I am going to talk about something that I find is very, very powerful, and I'm excited to share with you. And one of the things that is that, as you know, that although I am a dietitian, I actually spend a lot of my time working. When I work with my clients, I spend a lot of time on their mindset. And the reason why I spend so much time on the mindset is because I would say about maybe trying to think about timing. Okay, 12 years ago, about 12 years ago, I started to learn a lot because I'm a type of person that I love to learn things. I'm just I have this, I guess, thirst for knowledge. I just love to learn things. And when things doesn't make sense or when things are questionable, I need to kind of constantly do research, find out the reason. And I just love that. And once I found out the reason, I get excited and I share with my clients. And for some of you, or I think of most of you, but what I mentioned before, I do radio shows. So that's also another reason why I love to learn new things, because I get to share on my radio show. And I've been doing that for 12 years. So that's how it gets started. So I have to thank my radio show because it actually put me on I guess, the mode of never stop learning, because I'm always there to share, right? This is my platform for sharing. So I want to say thank you for joining me every Monday. So today, guess what I'm going to talk about? For some of you, today would be your third week, starting week 3 on the 30-day jumpstart. So one more week, you're done for the 30-day jumpstart. So I'm sure that you already started the nutrition shakes. The shakes are amazing. You've done the shake. You said, they taste really good. I actually just had a nutrition shake this morning as well. I love it. It has been part of my routine. I love to put so many things in my shakes. My shakes is not just a shake. I put a lot of things in my shakes. Main thing is, okay, so you guys probably wondering, so Sam, what do you put on your shakes? So okay, so may I share a little bit of my shakes? So my shakes are loaded, loaded in terms of nutrients. So obviously I have 2 scoops. My favorite is vanilla. So I have 2 scoops of the vanilla shakes, the vanilla nutrition shakes. Then afterward, I added about, say, a half cup to a 3/4 of a cup of frozen mixed berries because I like different berries. Then I start to add my veggie. I know, dietitian, we add veggie, but I want to add veggie because it tastes good and that's extra fiber and antioxidant. Why not? So guess what? Three veggie I add. I usually do a handful of spinach. I actually do about a half cup of frozen cauliflower rice. And I do another half cup of frozen zucchini. I know, sounds weird, isn't it? But I can tell you, you will not even know there's cauliflower in there, and you definitely will not notice there's zucchini in there. So my breakfast is actually a meal when you think about it, because I have my zucchini, I have my cauliflower, I have my protein and fiber in that nutrition shakes, and I have my berries. So it's a pretty full meal. Then depends on what I have. I can put almond milk. I usually do almond milk. Occasionally probably do some coconut milk, but mostly almond milk is what I go for. It's so good. It's something that is my go-to all the time. And if I want to be fancy, I put in some hemp seed, some chia seed on top of that. But my basic is literally like 2 vegetables and 1 fruit in my shakes. And honestly, you will not, actually, I said 2 veggie, it's actually 3 veggie. I forgot the spinach, 3 veggie. And it's the full meal and it's keep me full. I love it. I got my veggie at least first thing in the morning. But anyway, today we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about in terms of starting your, you know how I always say starting your days is very important. Your mindset is really impacting. And this is why I want to learn about this so much. And one of the things that I learned that I thought was very powerful is that, and I want to break it down in more detail because I really want you to experience that yourself. You know that a lot of time is we as human, we often tell people like we want to control our health, right? I want to empower you to control your health. But a lot of time is we want to control how we feel. And we can never control how we feel. Because if you go into the route or the route of really wanting to control how you feel, you will end up feeling very defeated. But we can control how we think and we can control how we behave. So in a sense, we control our thoughts and behavior, but we cannot control how we think, how we feel. We can't. But if we change our behavior and our thoughts, our feeling will change. And you said, how does that work? So let me walk you through the whole procedure, how our minds are very powerful. We know that, right? This is why I call it Mindful Monday. Our minds are super powerful. Every day, every decision we make is based on a few things. And our mind likes 4 different things. Number one that they like is that our mind actually gives us exactly what we ask for. And you said, how is that possible? Yes, we do. If we said to ourselves, we look outside and say, oh, it's gloomy today. The weather sucks. By you looking at the weather and you said the weather sucks, I don't feel like going out today. Or today's a big snowstorm. I don't feel like even going out to drive my kids to school or to go work, whatever it is. Your thought, or I should say, you already tell your mind you don't want that. So you almost wish for it to snowstorm, for the storm to be worse so that you have an excuse not to go out. So a lot of time is our mind actually do give you exactly what you want. So when you said that, okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is your mind are hardwired for pleasure. We don't like pain, right? Just think about things that we get addicted to. Is it because of pleasure or is it a pain? Of course, it's a pleasure. We want to avoid pain because we want more pleasure, right? This is how our minds are. Third, that you know that one of the most powerful things that I learned throughout the whole last 12 years, especially in the last 12 years, is that words and picture that in our mind are so powerful. And the reason I'm telling you this is think about your words. So let me give you an example of what happened yesterday. For some reason yesterday, the day before yesterday, my daughter woke up with a, I guess, bloody nose. So she didn't have a good sleep and she was very fussy. So because she didn't have a good sleep, I also didn't have a good sleep. So I woke up feeling actually quite tired. And I forgot the power of words So I woke up yesterday and I said, oh, I'm so exhausted today. I literally said that to myself. Guess what? Guess what I feel yesterday? I feel exhausted yesterday. Exactly what I said in the morning. Oh, I didn't have enough sleep. I'm exhausted. The whole day, I kept on saying I'm exhausted. I tell my husband I'm so tired. I just exactly feed my mind exactly what my mind was telling me, you're tired. But imagine yesterday, and this is why today I want to talk about this topic, is the power of your words. But if yesterday I woke up and I said, well, last night, um, my daughter Granif didn't have a good sleep. I didn't have a good sleep, but let me see how I can improve my energy. If I were thinking that and I was saying that, my mind would be looking for ways to improve energy. Instead, yesterday, I literally spent the whole day thinking how tired I am. And you of all the people, I always share with you is that I exercise every day. Yesterday was the first morning that I didn't feel like exercise because I woke up saying I'm exhausted. So words are very, very powerful. And because I said those words first thing in the morning, it literally dictates my whole day. So that's why today I decided to start waking up very different. I woke up this morning. I said, I felt great. I looked out the window. I said, wow, it's beautiful out there. Today's going to be a great day. Let me start my day with exercising. And I felt amazing. What a difference between yesterday and today. And I can tell you, yes, last night I didn't have much better sleep than the nights prior to that. But the difference is what I use, because this morning, literally last night before I go bed, I was like, how come I felt so tired yesterday compared to any other day? And I said, my kids woke me up a few times before. It's not like this is the first time my kids ever woke me up. How come I felt so tired? It's because I start off my day, literally dictate my day by saying, I am exhausted. So I want you to start thinking about yourself. When you, during the time, you are like, for a lot of you, you might recommit to your weight loss goal. For other people, it'd be the first time doing a 30-day jumpstart. And you might be in your week 3. And I talk about motivation, building your motivation to building your momentum. But I really want you to start thinking about the words that you say to yourself. Your week 3. If you were to say to yourself, oh my goodness, I have so much more to weight to lose. Oh my goodness, I still have 50 pounds to go. I still have 10 pounds to go. I still have 5 pounds to go. That saying those words feels so heavy. Instead, you said, wow, I lost 30 pounds already. I can't wait to lose another 10 pounds. Do you see how the difference of those wording? It feels different because the one is you're looking forward to it. Whereas the other one, you would say, wow, I have so much more to go. Because when you feel like there's so much more hurdle that you need to overcome, you already decide for yourself, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be something that you need to overcome. But when you said, wow, I lost 10 pounds. I lost 3 pounds. I lost 2 inches. I lost 5 inches. Look at how far I already gone to. Okay. Have I already been to? And I'm looking forward to lose the next 5 inches or next 2 inches or next 10 pounds, whatever it is. Those words are very powerful. So ask yourself recently, what kind of word do you use to yourself? And I want you to start thinking about that. And last but not least is I want to say that we love something that we're familiar with. Our mind likes something that we're familiar with. So after 3 weeks, or for some of you, it's after 7 weeks of following a new lifestyle, sometime we might want to go back to something that we're familiar with. And this is why for a lot of people, they might did an amazing job in losing the weight, but they didn't do a great job in maintaining that weight loss. Is why? It's because we want to go to places that we're familiar with. If you've been having a poor lifestyle all your life, say 10, 20 years, and in the last 7 weeks, you finally make changes, you think 7 weeks is more familiar to them or last 10 years more familiar to them? Of course, it's the last 10 years that's more familiar to them. So when you start to have those negative words to yourself, guess what your brain will tell you to do? Go back to what you're familiar with, which is back to your old lifestyle. So I want to challenge you. Okay, this is my challenge to you is I want you to do a journal. Do a journal of the word that you say to yourself on a daily basis. And you said, wow, I want you to do a journal where you write every day, like just for the next 3 days. If you cannot do 3 days, just do 1 day. For 1 day, even today, you can start today. Write out a journal of words that you say to yourself, that you caught yourself saying to yourself. Then afterward, I challenge you, if those words are negative, how to make that word a positive word. So what are the negative words that we say to ourselves? I am exhausted. I don't get to eat this, right? You look at maybe your spouse or eating, I don't know, a pizza or something. You say, oh my goodness, I don't get to eat this. Instead, you say, wow, look at what I get to eat to nourish myself. Those words are very, very powerful. Okay, if you want to have energy, then say the word of I have abundance of energies. When you want to feel good, I feel good. Instead of saying, oh, I wish I feel good. When you say, I wish I feel good, means that you don't feel good. Okay, so I want you for today or tomorrow or for the next 3 days, really do a journal of the words you say to yourself, the word you say to your brain, and ask yourself how you can change that word to be a positive word that has actually lead to action. Okay, and I want to end with one more thing for you start thinking about things. And I thought it was very powerful. And I remind myself too, I can't versus I won't. Because those words that we say to ourselves, so when you said, okay, let's suppose that right now you're in your 7 weeks, right? A lot of you have 7 weeks, or for some of you, it's the 3rd week of the 30-day jumpstart. And you said, you know what? Maybe you used to did some workout and now you start to do a little bit more workout. If you were to look at certain other workout, you were like, I won't, you know what? I won't do that. When you say I won't do that, you already decided, you're right, you won't do it. But when you say I can't do that, you're being honest that you can't do that. But it doesn't mean you will not do it. But when you say I won't do it, means that there's not even a chance that you will be doing it. So start with looking and listening to the words that you say to yourself. Okay, those are very powerful because yesterday was such it was a very interesting, very reflecting day for me, honestly, because yesterday was a very abnormal day where I felt honestly very exhausted. I haven't felt that way since my daughter was born. So I was like, what's wrong with yesterday? How come I felt so exhausted? It was like, I started to think, am I low in B12? Am I low in iron? Am I low in vitamin D? I started thinking about these things because it felt so unusual for me. And the biggest difference I really noticed yesterday was I started waking in the morning and I say exactly those words that I felt the whole entire days. So if you want to feel motivated, if you want to feel good about yourself, if you want to feel great about your journey, use those words. Instead of saying those words that you don't want, which is feeling tired, I don't want to do it, I am upset, I want those food again. Don't say those words. When you say those words, your body wants those things because you just tell them. Your mind just wants those things. Okay. So I will end by saying have a great Monday, but be very, very aware of the word that you use because the word that you use drives your thoughts, so that drives your feeling, also affects your thoughts, affects your behavior. So I want you to start thinking of the word that you use that change your behavior, that changes your thought, and end up changing your feeling. So happy Mindful Monday, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye, everyone.